Good morning, guys. Happy Thursday morning. So I'm going to start this one out with a quick FYI. I know there's enough people on here who say, oh, you talk about politics too much or whatever. You need to talk more about beans and rice. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, in my opinion, politics is very important because knowing what we're in for is why we prep. If you're not interested in political videos, you can turn this one off right now because this one's going to be all politics. So just saving you a little bit of time for, the short-sightedness you have. Okay, so we all know the term taxation without representation, right? It was coined back in, it was a rallying cry, but coined back in the 1700s by the American colonists, pissed off about taxes that they had to pay the British Crown, tea tax, the Boston Tea Party, that sort of stuff. The people were pissed they didn't have a say in the matter. And eventually what happened is we wound up fighting a war over it. Okay. That was basically the big thing. We did not want to be controlled. We had our own, by we, I mean the American colonists, had our own thoughts and everything like that. And we wanted to run our territories, our country, if you will. We weren't a country yet, but run our territory the way we saw fit, not the way it was fit from, a monarch who was a couple of thousand miles away. Hence the American Revolution. Now, you know how I always tell you, watch what happens in Europe and get ready for it to happen here in the States. Yeah, let's take a look at what's going on in Germany. That shining city on a hill, to coin Reagan's phrase, Germany, the country that everybody wants to emulate, because collapsing economies, Nazism, Germany comes up with some great ideas, right? Well, it's now come out that members of the Social Democrats and their left party, I think it's pronounced Die Linke, I'm not sure, I don't speak German, never will, they're calling for an outright ban on the conservative Alternative for Germany political party. They literally want to legally silence conservatives. You're not allowed to be in government anymore. Seriously. The funny part is, this is when, and Germany notoriously has been a left-leaning country. I mean, think of Angela Merkel, think of Olaf Scholz. The people in Germany are going, hey, your ideas are completely fucked up. We're going to try something different. And so the AfD, Deutschland as opposed to Germany, AfD party is rising in popularity. And the left there are paranoid and panicked, going, oh my God, we're going to lose power. We're going to lose power. Remind you of anything that's supposed to happen here in about 3.5 weeks? Okay. Oh my God, we're going to lose power. We're going to lose power. Yup, you are, because the people are sick and tired of your communist ideas. The thing is this. How did this take over the world? Okay. I mean, you start looking back, in recent history. I'm not talking about too long. How many countries is it illegal to practice your own religion? How many countries here now are we going to have it where it's illegal to practice your own thought process on how a country should be run, how your life should be lived? This is what's coming, guys. This is the war we are about to fight, okay? And whether it's nuclear, whether it's conventional, whether it's door to door, it's all about a way of life. It's all about what the elitists want to keep power. That's it. If anybody thinks that Vladimir Putin gives a shit about the people in Russia, or if Vladimir Zelensky gives a shit about the people in Ukraine, or Joe Biden gives a shit about the people in the United States, you are sadly mistaken. Okay? They could care less. You are cannon fodder to them. That is it. The only thing that is important to any of them is that they're in power. that they keep getting all the prizes, if you will, for, being an important figure. Hey, you want something done? Big guy gets 10% here, just telling you, okay? If you don't think that doesn't happen in other countries, it's just a lot more than 10%. In Ukraine, big guy gets 80%. But, hey, send us more javelins. We need to sell them on the black market so I can buy myself another Porsche. This is what's going on. This is the battle we are going to fight. Look at what's going on in Russia. Putin's hiding his kids in Switzerland. He's making plans to move his family into a safe bunker, all while telling the Russian citizens, you need to get up, get your ass down to the Ukraine front and start fighting. Mrs. P was telling me yesterday about what's going on over there. The police are literally going into the metro station, the subway, okay, places of business on the street and grabbing any man and forcing them, basically kidnapping them and sending them straight to military service. I mean, that's what's going on. Do you see any of the political kids going? No. Okay. Comment yesterday in the U.S., the Democrats are trying to push a bill through, again, to draft women, to have women sign up for selective service. Okay. The Republicans are fighting back against this. Of course, no. This is the thing. Those in power, the only thing that matters to them is power. They don't care about you. They don't care about your family. They don't care about your kids. Hey, Mary Smith and Joe Smith, they got 2 boys. Send them to war. I need to make sure that, I still have steak on the table tonight. I mean, that's a politician's thought process. This is where we're going. When you have Germany coming up and saying, we want to get rid of the Conservative Party, not vote them out. We just want to make it illegal to be a conservative. I mean, think about that. That is legal control over your thought process, your brain. You are not allowed to have those thoughts. Gee, does that sound like Orwell's 1984 and the thought police? I cannot stress this enough to people, and hopefully most of you guys are listening. There were some trolls on yesterday's video, everything like that were just complete idiots. They were liberals, go figure. I mean, liberal is right next to idiot in the dictionary. But we've got to stomp this thought process out. And the only way we're going to do it, first off, is get rid of these power-hungry liberals and not put in power-hungry conservatives. We need to put in people, regular Joe average people who aren't concerned about their next stock trade in Washington, but are concerned with making their district, their state, their country better. That's what's important. That's what's at stake in 3 weeks of putting those people in. Okay. There are some decent senators. There are some decent representatives. Not a whole lot, but there are some. The tide has kind of ticked just a little bit, where a few districts have gone, you know what? We need more people that care about us than care about Washington. Okay, care about putting their, getting rich as a politician. This is what you need to watch for, because if you don't think that the Justin Trudeaus and the Joe Bidens are going, hey, there's a great idea. Let's make it illegal to be a conservative in our country too. Because just like what happened when you have no taxation without representation, the end result from that decision is going to be the end result from this one, too. Pinball out.